Good evening and welcome to the Newfoundland and Labrador High School Short Film Festival. Tonight we celebrate the creativity and talent of young filmmakers around Newfoundland and Labrador. Our festival showcases a diverse range of stories and perspectives brought to life by the imagination and hard work of these young artists. This festival is a platform for these emerging voices to be heard and appreciated, and we hope their films inspire and entertain you. We believe that the power of film is in the ability to connect us to different experiences and broaden our understanding of the world. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We're excited to share these incredible films with you, and we hope you have a wonderful evening.
The experimental category features films that push the boundaries of traditional filmmaking and storytelling. These films can challenge the perceptions of time, space, and identity, and invite us to explore new ways of seeing the world around us. We only received one submission in this category this year, and it is by Hunter Taplin. It's called Lonesome, and it's a short film attempting to show what problems and emotions that a bullied student may have to endure. Please enjoy Lonesome. The documentary category showcases nonfiction films that explore real people and real problems. They offer a glimpse into the world around us and can be powerful tools for informing, inspiring, and challenging viewers. From personal stories to social and political commentary, these films provide a diverse range of perspectives and highlight the power of the documentary form to capture the human experience in all of its complexity. In our first doc of the evening, Cameron Jenkins tells his own story in Dance Chose Me, an introspective documentary on boyhood and dance.
My name is Cameron Jenkins, I'm 11 years old, and I'm a competitive dancer.
Cameron was a little tot. I believe it was 2014 that I opened in Carbonear, and when he walked into my class, he had the biggest smile, and I knew that he was going to be a teacher's dream. He came in, he was always prepared, he was always excited to learn, and he really took in every word that I said. And because of that, he really understood the idea and the concept behind performing, not just dance itself. You know, many times I would go over a routine and he would remember every single step to the T. Something that, you know, at a young age is very difficult to do. But I think because of his love and drive for the craft, it was very natural for him to want to remember.
I met Cameron about a year and a half ago when he first joined the dance team, and I would definitely say he's a ball of energy. He's a light on the team. He keeps everyone laughing and keeps us all smiling, and he's a really hard worker. He's a great student. He always wants to make sure that he knows what he's doing and that it's correct. Yeah, he's a pleasure to teach.
I like dance because it's very fun. Dancing lets my emotions out. My personality comes through when I dance. The stage is just where I want to be. There's no better feeling when it's just you on stage or it's you and a story. Sometimes I forget and people are there and I just let the music take me. Dancing takes a lot, and I mean a lot of hard work. We have to be strong and graceful. The hardest thing about being a boy dancer is that they make fun of me because I enjoy things like dancing, singing, and musical theater. They call you names, they think you're weak and they laugh at you. Sometimes you get bullied so much it makes you think, if I quit, will they stop? And that's not fair. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. I never want to stop dancing.
Although my family, along with my dance family, have been very supportive, it hasn't stopped some from giving me a hard time. I have a lot of female friends, and I used to get picked on for that. Name calling, push, just picked on in general. But thanks to all the love and the support that I do have, I was able to overcome it. My immediate family are my biggest supporters. I will also say that it has gotten easier now that I'm older. I now have strangers encouraging me to keep dancing and to never give up, and that makes me feel great.
Hi, my name's Rachel.
Hi, my name's Bella.
Hi, my name's Lydia.
And we're Cameron's Dance Besties.
My team helps me by being my friends, encouraging me, building me up and supporting me, and they understand me better than anyone else. I'm so lucky that I met my dance besties. They love me for me, and they are what real friends are, and I wouldn't change them for the world.
Being a boy in dance was not always easy. It was very nerve-wracking at first, walking into a room and being the only boy. But it didn't take me long to warm up to it.
There's so many benefits to dance, and I really think everyone should try it at some point in their life.
Take the risk and go for it. And always remember that you are enough.
Do what makes you happy, stand tall, stand proud, and don't let anyone dim your light. And as the saying goes, shake what your mama gave you.
Meeting other boy dancers like Devin has really helped me know that I'm not alone. It's support from our teachers, parents, and other dancers that really help boys like me stick with dancing. Loving to move and having that rhythm is something you're born with. If you feel the want to dance in your heart, then go for it. Because the feeling when you let go and can be who you are is amazing. I've been dancing and singing music all my life. I'm happy with music and dancing. I didn't choose dance. Dance chose me.
Our next doc tells the story of Newfoundland artist Krista van Nostrand. Brought to us by Ethan Gough and Millie Janes. Please enjoy Krista van Nostrand, Painting the Ivories.
My name is Krista van Nostrand. I'm a visual artist and I love dancing, singing, gardening, being out in the country. I've been interested in painting and artwork all my life since I was a child. It's something that I've always done. But when I was in probably my late teens, early 20s, I got very serious about it. When I was a child, about probably 12 or 13, a friend of our family who was a visual artist, Carol Stevenson, he knew that I was very interested in painting, and he gave me a box of oil paints and made me a little easel. My subjects come from things that I find beautiful. Things that maybe flowers in the garden, could be something that I've seen when I'm out walking in the woods, and things that I see, the way the light is hitting something. I'm looking at antique objects, or I'm looking at could be porcelain, could be jewelry, flowers in the garden when I'm gardening, and I take photographs of the things that I am very interested in, and then I keep a file of I have lots of ideas for painting, so it's a matter of choosing which are the best ideas once I find something that I look at it and I think, oh, I want to paint that. So I paint on with watercolor on antique ivory piano keys and also on vellum, but I also do oil on canvas as well, and large watercolor works on paper as well. The reason that I'm come to painting on ivory piano keys is that when I was a small child, I discovered a box of antique ivory piano keys in the attic of my grandparents' place. It was called Crow's Nest, and I brought it downstairs to show my grandfather, as I always did when I was playing up there, and he told me that these came from a organ that he had taken apart, rosewood organ, and made it into a desk. And he said, as he sometimes did, would you like to have that? And so I was very happy, and I said, oh yes. And so I took them home. I also found an envelope of gold leaf, and so I went home. I was probably 7 or 8, with a box full of ivory piano keys and an envelope of gold leaf. And I had those things for a long time, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I treasured them, and I knew I wanted to do something special with them. It didn't come to me till like maybe 15 years later. Landscapes. I could do landscapes. And then I had to teach myself, how do you paint with watercolor on top of ivory, because it doesn't sink into the ivory. So that's how I got started. One of my works which shows a variety of techniques that I use, and which I'm very pleased, is a piece called Jack Was Every Inch a Sailor. So this tells the whole story of the song, and appropriately is done using keys from a musical instrument. This is a full key that's been taken out of a piano, but I don't need all this. I remove the ivory, the key and the tail, that's what this part that goes here, from the keyboard, from the piece of wood, and that's what I use to work on. Right now I'm working on a miniature ivory, which is, this is the drawing for it, and it's laburnum blossom, actually from an image of my trees out in my garden, and I'm doing that in miniature on the key. I have enjoyed the challenge of learning this technique, creating this technique, how to paint watercolor on ivory in miniature, and I'm always looking for a new challenge. So I've always got something new that I'm working on that I'd like to learn how to do.
Our next film is a roundtable discussion of literature from Smallwood Academy in Gambo, brought to us by Joanne Broders.
As I grew up, I started to realize that Mi'kmaq culture is not such a bad thing after all. It's actually an amazing thing, and you should be proud of it, as happens in this book.
Since not everybody has really spoken and touched on this yet, how about starting from Rita and ending with Riley? Everybody says the title of their books, and just a little bit about, well, what's it about.
My book's called Who is the Strongest Dino? And it's about 3 dinosaurs that are fighting over who has the strongest, whatever, who is the biggest, who's the fastest. And so there's 3 characters that are battling, and towards the end they all find out that they have their own strengths and that,
My book is called George the Cow Wants a Hot Dog, and it's about learning how to act around other people, like learning your manners and stuff.
My book is called The Little Turtle Who Wanted Cotton Candy, and my book is about doing what your heart desires, because even though the man said the little turtle couldn't have cotton candy, he went and got some anyways because he really wanted it.
Mine is called He Who Had It All. It's about 2 characters, well, no, 3. one of which who, has everything that they could ever want, and two of which barely have enough to, manage to make it through the night. At the start of the book, they ask for help and just hospitality from this person who has a lot, and he declines. Then this person, in the end, he decides that he should help them out. And so, well, he helps them. And in the very last line of the book, which I like, it's something along the lines of, and the two lived another day and were happy for the rest of their lives just because Duke decided to take 10 minutes out of his day to help out two lost souls.
My book is called Naya Has Never Seen the Sun. It is about a little girl named Naya who lives in a world where it's so polluted and so destroyed to the point where the sun has stopped showing from all the clouds. Every story needs a conclusion, and in the end, the sun does appear.
My book is called Music Has Love, or in English, My Love, and it's about this little girl who realizes that everyone has blonde hair and blue eyes, and she doesn't look like anyone with her dark skin and brown hair. She goes and then asks her mother why she looks different, and her mother explains to her that she should be happy with the way she looks.
My story is called The Enchanted Forest, and there isn't really any main characters in it. It's just about this one particular forest and how it's magical and on the go.
My story is called Dawson and Dexter, and it's about the friendship of children and their pets.
My book is called The Easter Mouse. It's about friendship and accepting on whoever you are.
My book is called Hunting for Charlie. It's about a rabbit and a grouse, well, having fun until this rabbit hears a sound and tries to investigate and goes missing.
I definitely recommend this to other grades, and I really enjoyed it because you get to do art, and yet again you're still doing English from getting to write down what your story's about and things like that. And I personally really did enjoy doing this.
Hi, my name is Joanne Broders, and I'm the teacher here of the grade 8 class at Smallwood Academy. This is a beautiful class for me because they're always very engaged and very interested in trying out new things. So we've done a lot of big stuff this year, your typical things like how to write character sketches and do long answer questions, and it's been a lot of hard work. So I thought this would be a fun unit for them. We didn't know if we'd like it or not. They were 100% on board from the beginning, and I really, for the 2 weeks that we were working on this in class, I really was just helping them out. They were the authors, they were the illustrators, and we just collaborated together to create some great picture books from a grade 8 class. I think it's a project that they enjoyed, one that I would recommend to any teacher anywhere because it's very engaging and it's still great learning and leadership for them.
Our next documentary, Light Up by Marilyn Rama, explores what it means to be passionate, where it comes from, and how we nurture it. Please enjoy Light Up.
What is passion? According to various dictionaries, it is that feeling of intense enthusiasm and joy that comes from doing something you love. But what is my passion? To be honest, I have not figured it out. I know to do a couple of things, but I have not found something that really lights me up.
What is your passion? Wait, let me fix that. Have you found your passion or something that you're passionate about?
Well, I am passionate about technology and computers, but I haven't really found a career I could take that in.
Yes. Minnie.
It's graphic design.
I've always, not always, but especially since COVID really took over a few years ago, I really found passion in guitar. It just gives me something that really allows me to get away from the world, and everything kind of just goes away. All that matters when I'm playing, or if I pick up the guitar, is the guitar itself. So it just it's a nice escape from everything, and I really enjoy it. So that's probably my biggest passion.
Yes, I have. I'm passionate about reading.
Yes.
Sewing.
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like I'm too young to find out what I'm passionate about yet. So, and I feel like there's not really an age limit to what you can find out you're passionate about. So, I think I'm just exploring every day and learning new things every day. And I think that's what's so amazing about your passion, is you can change it, you can learn new things, and it just keeps going and going.
Yes, I like painting when I'm home. I just like drawing things and painting like quotes and stuff.
For me, my passion is teaching. I always wanted to work with people and help people in some way. And when I stepped into the school and got to work with students, kids from 5 years old to 18 years old, and help them with literally anything, not only classroom work, but life skills and just basic skills that they need to survive in society. It gives me that warm fuzzy feeling that everyone wants to have. And yeah, that's my passion.
For me, I'm passionate about children and students and trying to build them up every single day and make them feel good about themselves.
We do not find our passion, we build it. It is a discovery process, not a match made in heaven. It can come in many forms, but no matter what it is, it has the power to inspire us and bring us a sense of purpose. What is it about passion that makes it so important for our well-being?
Well, passion gives us a purpose, right? And having a purpose gives meaning to our lives. Having a passion means you have a self-defining activity or multiple activities that you can be passionate about. Having passion can pick you up on those days when you're feeling low. And like if you commit to a passion, and it can become a really positive habit. And if you share your passion with others, it can lead to many connections and positive relationships with others who may share your passion or have an interest in your passion. I would say that passion is very important to maintaining positive mental health throughout our lives.
Passion isn't just a hobby or pastime. It is a vital part of who we are, and it can enrich our lives in countless ways. But if you are like me, who is on the road to discovering, we do not need to rush it. Let us take our time. Let us build our passion and let it light up our lives.
In their submission, Michael Down shows us the power of legend tripping in his walk through long abandoned hallways in shadows of past. Our final doc for this year's festival is My Passion, My Music by Olive Fortune. Has the documentarian discuss her love of music as a string instrumentalist. Please enjoy My Passion, My Music.
Hi, my name is Olive Fortune, and I am a string instrumentalist. I didn't specify just one instrument because I actually play two, the violin and the viola. As you probably know, a violin looks like this. So it's got its wooden body, two F-holes right around here. The sound escapes through after reverberating around the inside. Its chin rest, a bridge right here, fine tuner, its fingerboard, its pegs, and most importantly, 4 strings. So it has the G string, D string, A string, and the E string. So here's my viola. So there isn't a huge difference between the violin and the viola. They both have basically the same stature, except for instead of a high E string, the viola has a low C string. Pretty cool, huh? So I've been playing the violin for almost 11 years, since I was 3, and it's become a big part of my life. It's pretty cool, but the viola is definitely my favorite. I've been playing the viola for 10 months, and I made my debut in January 2023. Music makes me feel separate from the rest of the world, like it's just me and the music. It's really hard transitioning back and forth between the two because of the change of clef. A clef is a little symbol at the start of every line that tells you what key the song's in and what position the note's in. The clef varies per instrument. The violin's clef is a treble clef, and the viola clef is an alto clef. Just imagine you've been reading a book all your life in one language, and then someone gives you a language you don't know and tells you to read a book in that one. It's the exact same thing, and you bet it's hard. Now, every young musician will understand when I say practice is a word teachers are always springing on us. I have to practice every day to get better at my music. I learn mostly classical music. That can get boring after a while, but some of the pieces are really fun to play. I learned from the Suzuki Repertoire, a world-renowned music program. I'm just about to start book 5, after finishing book 4, at last. Suzuki's not all I do though. I'm part of the Calais Youth Orchestra, and it always seems like I'm preparing for a concert. I play the viola in Calais, which is shockingly underrepresented, with a total of 2. The violas sit up front in the orchestra, sandwiched between the cellos and the violin twos. On Saturdays, I'm a part of the Suzuki Talent Education Program, STEP for short, and I attend group classes at MUN, and I'm taught by some of the best musicians in the province. So it really is a privilege to be attending. So I actually left STEP for a semester, Suzuki Talent Education Program, to pursue other passions. I will admit that I did enjoy the free time, but I felt like I was missing a piece of me, because STEP is like a family to me. No, it's not like a family. It is a family. A family is a community that you grow up with, people you feel comfortable around, people that love you, and that's exactly what STEP is. It's a part of me, just like the instrument itself. So I'm also part of the Young Virtuosi program, where I participate in a small orchestra highlighting each member with a solo when the orchestra accompanies. I'm naturally thrilled to be a part of this program because virtuoso means someone who is gifted at their art or music. Every week I have a private lesson with one of the top violists of the Newfoundland Symphony Orchestra to help me overcome the avalanche of songs I should have learned already. Yikes. Thank you so much for watching this video documentary about my passion, my music.
Thank you.
for this evening's presentation. We hope you enjoyed our documentary and experimental submissions. We would like to thank you for watching today's reels. We would also like to thank our passionate volunteers for their dedicated work, without whom this event would not be possible. We would also like to thank everyone who submitted to this year's Newfoundland and Labrador High School Film Festival 2023. Without your creativity and spirit, there would be no works for us to celebrate. So thank you for having the bravery to share your art with us for this year's festival. Please stay tuned because we'll be premiering the drama category immediately after this reel. Have a lovely evening.